Good evening, everyone. This here is Kino Subway, also known as Chris Evans, and this is going to be another video game one shot. Now, I have not done one of these since, well, for a long while. I think I've done it once, and so today we're going to be doing it on Divinity 2. Uh, this is the definitive edition, so let's just dump right in here. We're going to do story. We'll do the classic mode, which is like normal. Play for about half an hour or so. And if people want me to, I'll play it some more. I'll do more, or maybe we'll do live streams or something like that of it. I personally really like Divinity 2. It is a RPG with turn-based combat. There is a co-op mode. That's how I actually beat the game the first time. Me and a couple friends got together. I'd like to get like a whole group together and be nothing but undead guys. I think that would be a lot of fun. Um, Now, I just woke up, so if I'm stumbling over my words or acting kind of loopy, that'd be why. I woke up maybe about hour ago. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is we gotta make our character. So you can either be one of the pre-made characters, which coincidentally you can pick up in the single-player game as companions. So you've got the Red Prince here. You've got Sebel. I hope that's how you say her name. So the Red Prince, obviously, he's kind of like nobility, lizard man. Sebel is like this assassin, kind of like revenge type person. Iffin is kind of like if I remember, he's like a mercenary or something. Beast, he's like a sailor, if I remember right. Los is the singer who also appears to be possessed. Fane is your undead man. And then you can also make a custom character here. So you've got your short boy, your tall boy, your normal boy, scaly boy, and your dead boy. I like the undead just because now every race has a passive ability. This is within their talents. So they also have a active ability. So for instance, the lizards can shoot a cone of fire, and they also get this sophisticated passive, which gives them some fire resistance and some poison resistance. The undead, depending upon obviously which race you pick, will have the race's passive ability, but they also get the undead talent, which means they take damage from healing spells, but they heal from poison, which is cool. I had a lot of fun with it. I was the only undead in my first playthrough there, which made things problematic for me, but still. They also gain the play dead active ability instead of whatever other thing they can do. So we'll just be an undead here. I'll pick my first playthrough thing, which was an undead dwarf. You can then pick your appearance. We'll just go with this. You can also pick your voice and all that. So your class, by the way, you get a preset here, which basically that just determines your starting skills. There is no classes. You just level up. You gain a point. You can put your point into a skill, basically. So we're going to be a conjurer because I like minions. Basically. Then you got your talents. You can pick a talent. I usually end up with Pet Pal because it allows you to talk to animals. Oh, by the way, your passives, like I said, there's like Sturdy here, which gives him vitality, different things. And then you've got the elves, which gain the great passive of being cannibals. Basically, they can eat body parts to gain kind of like memories. Uh, I'm we used it constantly our first playthrough. As soon as we found a body, we were like, "Oh, eat this!" Shoved it into the mouth of our friend. I don't think it ever really did anything. So here's your origins. Basically, they allow you to have like special interactions, special responses and conversations. Let's just pick Jester, and we will be a joking intellectual. And this is like a little, yeah, like your instrument that that'll play during certain things, if I remember right. I think it's like the thing like when you go to play or something, I don't remember. But let's just jump into it. Well, Lorian sounds good. Oh yeah, that's the other thing about the undead. They can't they can't wear like a helmet, if I remember right, because of they have to constantly wear a mask that masks their appearance, because obviously if people see their undead nature, they're not going to be too happy about it.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Alright, so basically we are abducted by basically the Spanish Inquisition. Alright.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough.
On my end, so that way it doesn't feed back into my ears, so I can actually talk.
Easy now.
I did
no
have
need to
it
hurry.
where it was feedback
Get your
into my
bearings
ears,
and report to me
'cause I thought,
upstairs.
well, if I mute it, nobody will hear me. But I realized that I couldn't talk very good. I kept losing track of what I was going to say and stuff. So there she releases me. I look like a mummy. There we go.
Well, look what the doctor got.
Hey, Skull's
You're lucky
talking
they
to
didn't
me.
notice just how thin you were under those bandages.
Shut up, Skull.
Although, seeing someone
Pick up the
wrapped
dog.
up like that, they probably thought you had the scabbing plague. Hey, look, laugh,
Hey, as
but
long as they
don't
think I
touch.
have the plague.
Better keep that hood down, mind you. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future.
Can I take him with me?
Playing dead, are you?
Nope.
Probably a good idea.
Alright.
I don't even remember them strapping me down.
Alright, so I've been... Let's go see what we can find. As always, like all good RPGs, you want to be like a crazy klepto collector, stealing everything that ain't held down, so you can get that precious monies and loot. So this is the tutorial kind of area. We could skip it, but I'm going to go ahead and play it. So that way people, you guys can get kind of an idea of what the gameplay's like for this game. Candles out. There we go. So door's locked. Now I could attempt to lockpick it because I'm undead, and apparently we can just pop off fingers or something and use them to lockpick with, which I think's fun. Now this is a little nice feature. You can actually move things. I know that might not seem really awesome to most people, but I think it's pretty cool.
Freight.
Because one of the things, if I remember right, you can do in this game is you can put like barrels in your inventory, then you can load those barrels up with stuff so that it's like super heavy, and then you can teleport them onto people and it kills them. You can like basically one-shot people with them. Hey, bucket of water. Yoink.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you
Because I have animal
balefully,
pal, I can
her
obviously
rectangular
talk to the
eyes
sheep.
like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof,
Banded like a chicken's leg,
Like a
but
chicken's
not
leg.
much meat on
your
your
bones.
bones.
Hey!
the depth of unamused ennui staring back at you from those ovine eyes.
Are you referring to the ballerina?
With two shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turns away from you.
Well, she's not very nice and seems keen on eating people. I don't know. She seems pretty like a omnivorous for a sheep. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead. We'll loot. Grab whatever we can get. Anything that's not held down here. Alright, there's the key. Hustle, hustle. Now, when you die, by the way, you have to get resurrected. So you either have to use a resurrection scroll, which is kind of pricey, or there is a spell, you know, kind of mid-level game or whatever, that you can learn to resurrect with. Grab all the foods. Alright, anything over here? Obviously, these are little pressure plates to unlock this door, so we need something else. Alright. Awesome. Alright, so now is going to be our first taste of combat, and I love the combat in this game. Alright, so here's oil on the ground from this oil barrel. And there's also some water down here. And the great thing about this game is that, you know, there's all these like little effects that can appear on the ground and stuff that can be done. So for instance, if I wanted to, I could take and electrocute this water to damage the sleepy man.
Hey,
What's this guy say?
hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. A gentleman among jesters you are. Give that lead. Your guess is as good as mine. Set me free, and I'll set...
Huh, I'm wondering. Okay, what happens if I do this?
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort.
Wait, you're no
Hey.
magister. You're a
How
sorcerer.
did he know? I'm sneaking.
What are you doing
I'm a barrel,
here,
dang
filthy
it.
dwarf? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
Alright, let's try to weasel our way out of this. The superior sent me. He's to report to the upper deck. Oh,
A clever story.
work.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
Alright, so since I am a conjurer, I have the ability to summon up totems, the ability to conjure up a little minion, and I can cast this dimension bolt, which basically I shoot it out and it's a random type of element, and it'll create, you know, crap on the ground. So the great thing about being a conjurer is, say if I just casted my little minion here just randomly on a just basic surface, well, he would just be a normal little minion. He'd do regular physical damage, but if I cast him, say, on water, he gets infused with water, which means the water elemental ability. Then the same with totems. If I cast them on oil, they become a little oil totem, and they shoot little oil stuff on them. Which, see, because he's water element, he now has the ability to heal people as well as do damage. Oh, and he's gone. So a nice little quick.
So much for a peaceful
there.
stroll.
Alright, let's take the Magister's key. I'm not a fan of the whole him seeing me even though I was sneaking. And you'll see why I tried to do the whole sneak thing in a second here. And out.
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his gaze finds the sunken...
Ah, freedom. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my...
Okay. Obviously not that. And he lights me up. And then for some reason decides it's a good idea to run into said fire. Take him down. Oh, lightning was touching this bolt. So, oh no. The minion died, I guess. So combining elements as well. See, like right there. Just like all that fog and crap, all this smoke and stuff just created a big smoke cloud, which basically makes it to where you can't see anything. There we go. Take your gold spoon. I'm currently on fire. But, so, for instance, like, you know, like, see that created like a little steam cloud. You know, you can do all kinds of combinations, and later on, we can't do it right now because, as you see through the inventory, we have this collar on, which keeps us from using our source. So once the collar comes off, and we get a little bit into the story, we gain a source point. And that allows us to do different things. It also can create its own, like, kind of like little element. And so what ends up happening is you can create like these like holy terrain, it's like this holy water looking stuff, which heals people, which of course means it would hurt us. But, you know, just various things. And of course, like I said, you can combine all the different terrain into different effects.
Empty.
And of course, there's all kinds of different spells like geomancy. Let's take a little nap. Laying down, obviously, it's healing me up. Don't ask why that affects the undead and such, but it does. And of course, because I'm undead, this just heals me. Yeah, immunity. Oh, I missed some healing potions. It's gonna do me no good, but they might do someone good. And of course, being poisoned has the opposite effect on me, so, you know, we're just gonna take this barrel. Alright, door's locked, so let's pick it. Hopefully that doesn't use my lockpick since I'm undead. Oh, can't be picked. Uh-oh. I know, we'll just beat the door down. Do what we want. Oh, dwarf's going like the whole smashing. Alright. Okay, big water rug. Alright. So obviously, since this is a tutorial, we're not going to find some really good loot here. It's just some basic stuff. I don't know what that just did. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're back at the beginning. Alright, tutorial done. Now, I'm going to try to skip any non-essential conversations so we can quickly get to the next fight. Just grab some of this stuff. Really, I don't need to loot this because I'm not obviously planning to continue it. Since this is just a one shot, I should just skip all this loot. But the ooh, look at that skill book. Could sell that. Too bad I already have the elemental item.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes, there you are. Not too
Right,
tight.
you.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. You'll find him on the other side
so
of this deck,
basically,
in the officers'
Yeah,
quarters.
she's like, oh yeah, you're a prisoner now. Try to use that source, you can't.
Why? Because we're...
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses.
My word. You do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wit. A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well.
She frowns and peers.
Why, for my peace of mind?
Currents.
You better... There you have, for your own peace of mind.
Work. Alright, let's just move on.
Good God.
Alright, so
There's
been a murder.
been a murder here.
Someone got taken out. And here we get to meet the future
I
companions.
forgot how to sing. I did.
So we have Lois,
Ah, there you are. Husband.
who is
Would
trying
you
to say that I'm her
please
husband.
tell this very
I wouldn't do
charming
you a lot of
gaggle
good,
of not at
considering
all
I'm a-
rat-like
I'm a
babes
bones
that
lady.
I am by no account
But
how
we'll play
very...
along.
What?
Her pinched.
Yeah.
She turned.
Gotta keep
No
ourselves
later.
entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope. Try thanks, but I already believe... You take care, though.
Suddenly, as quickly.
Alright.
Good luck, Chief.
So she's obviously a nice person. Nice person that is apparently a singer. But there's also something weird going on with her.
I'll tell you.
A broad
Beast,
dwarf sits
who
totally
clearly
upright
is
on the
a
bench, eyes closed. He raises an
Very
eyebrow as you
admirable.
approach, but doesn't.
Listen up,
And
boy.
he's all about
You
the
hear that?
tricks. I'm probably speeding through the talking too much, but at the same time, I feel like if I just sat here and just let it run through, in a half an hour, we won't have gotten anywhere.
The ship.
A wave of
And sick as it, but there's more. There now.
squeak.
Ah,
His eyes.
there. You heard it, didn't you? It's the burn my beard. That means so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. No.
The dwarf.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continued.
So he's obviously
There's nothing
a
else I can make, Your Majesty.
you know,
Turnips
admiral of
and
some
water
sort.
are all I was given.
And we have
Well,
Red
well.
Prince.
What have we here? A fresh fish.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer
and
would if
he's
all of a
apparently
sudden he
appraising
grips
me.
you firmly by the chin.
I'm inspecting your teeth. There's some discoloration, as well as a rather disconcerting lack of tongue and gut. Now then, to business. You will answer me three, and of course a cuckoo can't take. On to the second question. Can you knit? Oh, but the feel. On then to my final query. So, as per your still, beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you
And
my
now he's
sincerest
saying that I can
congratulations.
be his slave.
As of now,
Wonderful.
you are my slave. My slave of... Anyway, you may leave me for a moment.
I'll pass.
Me mad.
Alright, what else we got here? Oh wait, I almost forgot one of the most important items you can get in the game. A bedroll. The ability to take a little quick nap and heal up after every combat is
An
quite
elf
important.
sits tucked away in a
We have
dark
Sybil
spot,
here,
lazily rolling dust.
basically
Snake
our little
eyes.
elf woman who wants
She
to kill
chuckled.
people.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates.
Blah blah blah.
Don't worry, honey.
She looks you up.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you.
Not the future, no. But I could lick your arm and tell you
She looks at you in surprise.
my... Guess I'll have to find out the memory from...
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. You were thinking of flesh. Or, to be rather more precise,
Oh no.
the pleasures of the flesh.
She pats you.
There. I don't...
Even as an undead, I'm still having naughty thoughts apparently.
Mad
Oh, there's Keeper.
and sufferable, surely.
A scruffy man lounges,
Watch your back.
rolling his eyes at the majesty. He leans,
Pinches less.
hocking a phlegmy gobbet.
We used to know each other.
Standing. If
No,
Blah, blah, blah,
the
blah,
dead
blah,
man.
blah.
he glanced,
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason.
if and performs a...
Alright, so basically Ibn's like a mercenary. Let's see what the... Oh, that's
Never
going on.
thought you'd
Good.
end up a prison guard, Vic.
We're just gonna skip all this.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest.
You can learn, obviously, like I just did there, you can learn recipes, and that stuff. There's different things, you know, all kinds of different stuff,
Well,
like food and different things.
Here to registers. You faring okay so far? Glad you head on in now.
Alright,
So,
so, boys
Standing at
here
the center of the
have
room,
managed to
you
catch
spot a
the
saucer
person
of
who did
horse-
the murder.
You admit it then?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the
Wendigo.
beginning.
She turns her head.
Wendigo.
There are others whose...
Good. You there, sorcerer.
And
Go and
she
fetch
has
Magister
problem with
Stewart.
me.
We need to do more.
It means your journey draws to a close.
She reaches for her...
I'm just about to create
Oh,
a...
no.
Subdue her, men, quickly.
Collar's
If she
gone.
casts source, the void will...
She smiles with...
And that's another thing,
Precisely.
if you cast Source in this game, supposedly, apparently, if you cast Source, it tends to draw Void Broken. I could learn that ability. Just one ability just wipes everyone out. Just blows up a ship.
What's
Alright,
happened?
so she has now killed everything. We'll grab some weapons real quick here. Alright, let's just go ahead. The companions over there are all like knocked out, so let's just go ahead. Put one. Yep. Alright.
The
Now,
hound paws desperately
poor
at its
dogs
snout.
here,
It winces as
they're
it draws
basically
blood from its wet black
abused,
nose
to
and
put it bluntly.
continues scratching.
So, to make them to the point where they can, like, basically they're super aggressive to source users and they can smell source.
The
poor
dog notices
things
you
are
for the
just
first
so
time and snarls.
messed up.
The hairs on its back prickling as it lowers.
Sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and
basically,
paws
like,
at its
kinda grabs
nose
them
once more.
Can't smell.
So it
Breathe.
also
Too much
the
sauce.
way they do
Too
it,
much.
it also messes
Too
with
much.
them. Especially when there's too much source, it
Please,
almost
make it stop.
makes it hurts them and stuff. So this dog's pretty much screwed. We're gonna put him out of this
The
misery
hound sees you reach for your weapon.
because he's in pain. He's got all the source issues going on. Did that work? No, it didn't. Gosh dang it. But, I feel bad when I actually do this to the poor dog. Poor things in pain and stuff. And if I don't do anything about it, then it'll just sit here and suffer. So the ship collapses and then it'll drown. Although I don't really feel like I'm putting it out of its misery. I'm sitting here like wailing on it. I feel like this is more pain for it than anything else. Everything that's on the ground can be infused. Like, see, like this one's infused with ice, this one's infused with blood. So that's pretty cool. Finally. Sorry, dog. Back up.
Not long before this thing snaps into
Oh,
splinters!
yeah, we're just gonna skip through all this.
Great
There's
gods!
Shane hanging out.
Something's
There's
pounding on the hull!
The marking on the door was painted. You press your palm against it doesn't bump. The moment you touch the door groans.
Something's breaking through! What the hell are those things?
Good thing I'm immune.
Alright,
Still,
now Death Fog
this means
is a thing
trouble.
you'll find regularly in the game. Basically, if you're living, you're not going to be if you step into this stuff. But I'm not living. Just another wonderful little benefit of being a dead man. Being undead has its drawbacks, but it also has its positives. You can just dance a jig in here. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing here for me, but hey, still kind of cool. them. I wanted to, if they're standing that poison, it would provide me with like healing every turn and stuff like that. Oh, I missed. Yeah, they drove it down. We're just gonna skip.
That means there's still a chance.
Hi there. People in here real quick. And this is what I want to get to. I'm just going to kind of showcase a little bit of kind of like the different stuff you can do. The different stuff that's going on.
Beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
War friend. I remember it's the geomancer type person. So there you get the petrifying touch, turn that around.
Worms take.
Just casted fireball and like caught everything up.
Let the games begin.
Devil is a kind of like assassin. There she just teleported to the back, so you're in the back for a crit in. If she gets through, then she can use adrenaline to gain more action points and backstab a third time. She's killed it all in one turn.
They who are about to try
He's the geomancer, because he just used Fortify, which is another
I thought
geomancer
was supposed to be scary.
which allows you to, you know,
I've
use your
faced
magic
worse.
armor and takes off a bunch of debuffs. So he's
I'm ready.
He just used a thing that buffed everyone around him. So not much I can do here. They've basically killed everyone who seems to get in here. He's petrified, but he was petrified, so he couldn't even do anything. Blinding radius is the thing that every enemy around him is blinded.
We make a pretty good
team. Could try to go save him.
That's what you big mouthed in you.
But he could call it.
Sounds like she needs help.
Get on the boat. Get on the boat.
Wait! We need to
No!
Gods! That thing! There's no time.
Here, we did not make any fun. That is.
I have plans for you, child.
Ain't over yet.
Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Alright, and that, of course, puts you into the first kind
Those
of area
Voidwoken
of the game,
make
which
short
is
bloody
Fort
work
Joy.
of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems somewhat
begin to study a little game here. Here's like, like a checkpoint type thing. There's also a fast
I
travel
thought the
system.
Order would get rid of any trade. This statue must be 1,000 years old.
Waypoint
Wonder
type
how
thing.
much longer it'll last.
Yeah, this is Divinity 2. I really enjoy this game. I have a lot of fun with it. I'm hoping to get a team together. Maybe if somebody wants to play with me, they can let me know. And we could maybe do live streams or play like a regular video, like half hour at a time, or just do full-blown like 3-hour long live streams or some nonsense. But I would like to do a whole party of undead. I think it would be a lot of fun. Forgive me if I seem a little off today. I said I just woke up. I slept like 12 or 13 hours. I guess that coffee really got to me from the last little live streams we did. Speaking of live streams, I think the next live stream is Friday. I think it's with Eric Weathers. So I'm looking forward to that one. Just had some books come in. I had Doc Hogg's Tilt. I don't know if I'm showing it. I can't tell because I still got the game up. But it was Tilt. Also came with some, got my trading cards as well. Everything came in really good. Here, let me bring up my recording here. Everything came up really good. There, that way I can see if you're seeing it. Yeah, there we go. You're seeing it. Good. Everything came in really good. Came in a Gemini mailer. Always a plus. All taped up and everything. I think this came in taped up with some the bubble wrap. So nice and secure. So kudos to him. I had no problems. I'm going to try to start doing more videos, do more reviews. I'm going to try and start doing more video game videos. This is the first, only the second video game video I've done. I know Rare Logic, she was always wanting me to do them, and some other folks. So yeah, if you want more videos like this, let me know. I'm going to try to get myself down to a schedule. I might, if I have time, which I don't think I'm going to, but if I do have time, I'm going to try to do a review tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to upload this. This should be a midnight special for anyone who's still awake. And for those who aren't, hopefully you get to see it when you wake up. I hope everyone's having a great night and has a great morning. Thank you. Oh, be sure to subscribe and like, as always. Almost forgot. Goodbye.